Have you ever made a decision hoping to make things easier, but in reality, you made everything else harder? The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. I moved 6 months ago, and I made the decision to move to be closer to family. There are so many things in my life that I am unwilling to do anymore. And one of those things that I'm unwilling to do is travel excessive amounts for work, for relationships, for anything that I need to do. I do not want to spend an hour traveling somewhere, spend the day, and then spend another hour traveling home. I don't want to go on a date where I spend 45 to 50 minutes traveling to somewhere, spend an hour and a half, and then drive another 50 minutes home. That is no longer an option in my life. I look at things very differently. I look at all of this time and how it's being consumed and where I'm spending it and what I'm actually doing with it. And I'm just unwilling to commute. I'm unwilling to spend that time in a stressful driving environment. And that decision really drove my purpose for moving. I needed to be closer. I needed to be more accessible. I needed to be around family members on a regular basis. The one reason was considering my proximity and where I was. And so that was really driving all of these decisions that I was making. And I was only focused on that one aspect. And now that I have been living in this different house for the last 6 months, I had not even considered all of the other possibilities that I would have to deal with because I made the one decision. When you live in an old house, there are a lot more repairs, there's a lot of maintenance, there's a lot of extra things that you don't even consider having to do. There is well water, and with well water there is a pump or two, there are tanks, there are gauges, there are pressurized tanks. All of these mechanical machines, they just sometimes go out for no reason. And then you have no water, and then you have to fix it, and then all of these other little things that you just never even consider, which is fine. But when you live in the city and the water goes out, you call a water department. You don't have to try to fix it yourself. You call somebody else, which is crazy when you live on a farm and there isn't city utilities provided by somebody else. I have 2 coyote pups that are living in the field really close to the house. I have a small dog who is not by any means a big, mean dog who can take care of himself. I recently got a cat, a kitten, who cannot defend herself by any means. And I have these 2 coyote pups that are out during the day, and it's pretty unsettling. And again, it's not like I can call the city, I can call a pound and say, hey, come pick up the coyote pups. It's just a whole other layer of noise that I didn't actually consider having to add to my day. And it's kind of funny sometimes when I think about it, because when you live and grow up in the city, you don't even imagine what living in the country actually is and what scenarios come up for you to have to try to manage and work through. I'm not regretting my choice to move, but there are aspects where it would just be so much easier if I lived in a new house in the city next to a grocery store, and I didn't have to travel for 15 minutes on a gravel road. Things like that where you just can't even comprehend what that adds to your daily life and how you have to plan differently. There is no DoorDash, there is no delivery service, there's really very limited access when you live out in the middle of nowhere. And there's so many amazing things about it as well. And it's trying to balance those positive and negatives. It's trying to keep the perspective and understanding that some things are just more important than other things. The fact that I needed to be closer is just more important than my little inconveniences. It's more important than me complaining about having to plan my trips. It is funny because I absolutely have no idea what is going to happen when I wake up each day. I don't know what new animal is going to be living in the field. I don't know what mechanical issue I'm going to have. I don't consider that the kitten that I got is going to climb the tallest evergreen tree on the property and not be able to get back down. And how do I have to get the cat down? I mean, these little things have just completely changed how I live. I've always been a good problem solver, so that's not the issue, and I am more than physically capable to take care of a lot of things, but even considering that, I just have no idea what my day is going to look like when I wake up. The whole pump thing issue going out today consumed most of the day. That was not on the schedule. That was nowhere on my daily schedule. I actually had things that I wanted to do. And the pump took precedence over anything else because there needs to be running water. There needs to be water in the house. So everything else that I wanted to do got scrapped. It got pushed back. It'll get done some other day. I'm simply amazed at how my life has taken another direction, a direction that I didn't even consider and wasn't even thinking about, and how things just show up in life, and how can I be as flexible as possible, and how can I be as adaptable as possible. I certainly don't want to jinx myself and throw it out into the universe, what else is going to happen, because that could bring in a ton of issues. On a positive, the apple trees are looking really good. The apples are growing big and should be ready here in the next month or so, I would think. Corn on the cob is looking good. We have been successful at keeping out the raccoons and the deer, and that's always a good thing because they will destroy and consume the whole crop. I don't have any ripe tomatoes yet, so I'm looking forward to a couple of those ripening up here soon. One of the greatest advantages that I'm really trying to lean into and embrace is the slowing down of life, and how I don't have to be going somewhere and doing something, that I can just slow down, take a walk, notice nature, be in nature, be in one with something other than myself. So much of life has been constructed to have an agenda, a schedule, and we have to go do things and we have to participate in things, and people don't always want to appreciate some of the simple things in life. Appreciate picking your own fruits and vegetables and understanding where they come from and how they grow and how delicate life is. I know I can do hard things. There's just some days where I look around and ask, I mean, did this really need to happen today? Did it? And the answer is always yes. Yes, everything comes in perfect timing. It comes in the perfect package. It comes in how it's supposed to. And it's up to me to determine how I'm going to react and respond and receive the messages that I get. My happiness in life is dependent upon me. And some days I just have to show up, not knowing what is going to happen and how the day is going to unfold, and embrace each moment that I have. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.